Hey team, how we doing? It is a series that I've been wanting to do for a very long time. It is Rome Total War 2. One of the best strategy games I think I've ever played in my life. There is a lot in this game, a lot to do in this game. It is probably the best game that I've ever played, and it's a series I've been wanting to do for a very, 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 very long time. So without further ado, we're going to get Rome Total War 2 started up here. So let's get it started. It's a game I love to play. I've did some different things with it. We're going to be playing as the Julii faction. We're going to be playing for a couple of hours. It's the first in a series in the Strategy Tuesdays. If you're here this evening, thank you very much. If you've seen the post on TikTok that what we're going to be doing tonight, thank you very much. If you're here because of that, thank you very much. Tell your friends. If you're a strategy fan like me, this is definitely the one you want to be getting in on and watching. If you've never played Rome Total War 2 before, the fucking battle cinematics in this game are so fucking realistic. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting it started, getting it played. And we're going to be playing, this is, as it says, a series. We're going to be playing Journey the Emperor Ginge. This is what we're actually doing. I hope you enjoy the previous streams there and everything else that we've done. So we're going to be playing, as I say, Rome 2 Total War. We're going to get started. Let me fire my lights up here so you can see me. Oh god, that's a bit bright there. So let's turn that down. Okay, cool. And we are joined tonight, of course, by our fan favourite, Cotton Socks. He is here, and there's a bottle of Sprite sitting there. I'll go and grab that because I need some juice when I'm playing this game. So we're going to watch the actual trailer of this game. We're going to actually watch the trailer of this game. Sorry if you didn't hear me there. So that you can get into it. So here we are. This is Rome 2 Total War, the first in a series, Journey the Emperor Ginge. We don't know how many streams we're going to have to do to get there, but this is quite difficult, this game. But I really hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy playing it. So here we are. This is Rome 2 Total War. So firing it up right now. Of course, we allow access to that. Of course. I have attempted to play this game a couple of times. It's quite difficult. So please bear with me if we get our ass handed to us. Just bear with me one bit. Get a bit of brightness about me here. So we're going to watch the trailer, guys, okay? What you're about to see here is actual in-game graphics, by the way. See, the thing is, the Romans didn't fight with brute force, like, they fought with strategic mentality. There's stories of Roman armies consisting of 5 to maybe 6,000 men beating 20 to 30,000 men in other armies. This is actually what it looks like in game, by the way. I think the Greeks knew they were finished at that time. And that's the man who controls Rome rules the world. So, here we go. So, the grand campaign. As I said, we're going to pick Caesar's faction. As you can see, there's other factions you can't play as here, but we are going to play as Rome. Okay. Let's put the challenge up. No, not the hard. Normal. We'll keep it at hard. Normal. As I say, the game is pretty difficult. So just so we know what's going on and what the crack is with the game. So Rome will rule the world. It is their destiny and always has been. Claiming a line descent back to Hercules. Romans are not lacking in civic pride. Romans are not lacking in fierceness. Their city was founded by Romulus and Remus, twins raised by a wolf. And believe it or not, the story is that they actually came from Troy. They escaped from Troy and made their way to the Italian peninsula. So the game starts with the peninsula not conquered. We need to take it over, solidify the peninsula, and then start the imperial build. Their armies may have been beaten, but they have always dragged themselves back into any fight and battle on, which they did. The Romans were pretty good that way. So the Julia, or the Julii, you don't start off as Caesar right away, because Caesar, this starts at about minus 326. Caesar didn't come around into power until around 56 BC. And then he was obviously executed in 46, 47 BC. They're not too sure which year it was, but he was there, and it was known as the Ides of March. So he was actually it was actually foretold to him by a psychic when he was leaving the Senate steps. A man grabbed him and says, "Beware the Ides of March. Beware the Ides of March." And Caesar didn't have a pretty good upbringing, by the way. His upbringing was pretty solid. He belonged to a really powerful house. But there was a Roman general prior to that called Sulla. And Sulla conquered quite a lot of land for Rome. España, Sicilia, and some parts of Greece. And he also took over the Cardiac Islands, which were to the left. Sulla tried to kill him. And Caesar was actually held captive by pirates. And the pirates were going to offer up a ransom of 50,000 denarii. And Caesar turned around and says, "I'm not worth it. I'm worth about 2 million. So he made the pirates think, fuck, who have we got here? But he always told the pirates he would come back and get them. And he fucking did. He came back and got them. And when he came back, his brother-in-arms, Roman friend, Pompey, and him worked together, and they shared power. But Caesar gained a lot of power and notoriety when he conquered Gaul. And when he came back, Pompey didn't like this. Brutus, who was his nephew, who belonged to the Brutii, and then you have the Julii, and then you have the Scipii. They were the three major houses at that time. Pompey and a lot of the senators fled Rome because they were afraid of Caesar. Caesar pursued him and beat him eventually. Pompey died an old man. He didn't kill him because Caesar had respect for him. But he was banished. He was banished from Rome. So that's the backstory. I don't want to keep you all up and going too much about it. So let's start the campaign. Guys, if you're with me tonight, you're watching back on the stream, thank you very much. Please don't forget to subscribe to Twitch, to TikTok, YouTube, and of course, I always get that wrong, X, formerly known as Twitter. We'll get all my latest updates on Facebook, and or not Facebook, on all my latest updates, and any games that I've found that I want to play or anything like that. Oh, well, I've got you, Saturday stream, not happening. Tonight and Thursday, Battlefield Thursdays, I will be streaming on Friday night at 10 o'clock, not Saturday. So if you're watching back and you want to watch any more, please get involved. You can get involved by messaging me on Twitter, I'll always reply back to you. And if you have anything you want to write into the chat there, go ahead, please do. I'm quite happy for you to do that. I love the way it gives you like little things from the past.
You are at war with the Etruscan League. March north and capture their territories. This will allow you to consolidate Italia and ensure the safety of Rome. You must wage war if you hope to extend your dominion. Syracuse and Carthage own territory in Magna Graecia, so conflict with them is inevitable if you wish to expand across the Mediterranean. Otherwise, they may prove useful allies against Etruria or the Gaulish tribes to the north. Come what may, Rome will triumph.
Okay. So, year 1. And we are ready to go. So as you can see, Rome's already expanded in some regard. So you don't need to keep an army in each city. Each part of the world has got its own little provinces, so you need to keep an army in one province. If you played Rome Total War 1, it's not the same where you can keep an army in each city. It doesn't work like that. If you keep too many armies in the same province, it gets a bit bad. People start getting angry about it. Now, at the minute, we are Rome. That's all we are. So Rome is a republic at the minute, so you can use all the factions. But in time, when you start to get too much power, the other houses start to secede. And I'll give you a wee breakdown of that now, actually. So that's how things are looking at the minute. That's all we are. Just making sure, guys, the game's running okay for you guys, and making sure the FPS is good. Yeah, this seems okay. So this is the Senate screen, where you can actually see what things are like. So as you can see, we've all got an equal share in the Senate. Let's see, characters. And at the minute, we are currently the dictator of Rome, which means we are the consul, which is was the highest position in the Roman Republic. And I can hire other people. I can keep other factions, and let's see these other factions here. So we have the House of Poppaea, the House of Junia, and the House of Cornelia, which later then become Brutus, the Brutii, because they weren't big houses at that time, but they were. Julia's always been around, and this is how you change to an empire over here. But there's a lot of different things that we need to do. It's just in behind the little page there, so it is. Okay. So at the minute, we do need to wage war, and we need to be attacking the Etruscan League. And for years and years and years, the Etruscan League used to torture them. We'll get some research going as well. And to recruit forces, this is how you do it. Let me see, so I have a few quid. So we'll fill up the legions a bit. And then in our next turn, we'll start attacking the Etruscan League.
Our paths lead us to...
coming to think of it, I should be building allies. If I'm going to go to war with the Etruscan League, I need to make sure I've got allies. So Carthage has ended their non-aggression pact with me, so I need to get that back, because we can't afford to be fighting a war on two fronts. Not right now. Not right now. So we'll go to diplomacy, and we'll have a chat with Carthage again.
I have a fine collection of liars' tongues. Would you
No, that's
like
pretty
to
low.
see it?
So I don't think I'm going to get it back with them, but let's go down and see who does actually okay with. So Syracuse. See, let's start with them with a non-aggression pact. That's moderate. They've accepted it, so we basically agreed not to go to war with each other for a while. That's all that means. And then you have Sparta. The Spartans, they don't mind us either.
Be welcome here and speak
But they're a bit weird, you know. Might deny that. Oh, no, they took it on as well. This helps build relations. This helps build relationships. They don't really like us at all.
Do not waste time on ill-chosen words.
See, they'll probably reject that, look. Yeah, so this just to let you see what a rejection looks like. Athens, of course.
I am here to listen.
The Greeks.
Speak honestly.
Yep, they've accepted that too.
Excellent.
This helps build up relationships.
Enter, friend, and speak. We surely have.
Yeah, that was moderate, but they've rejected it, so they've got other intentions, I think. The Veneti. Yeah, that's what we needed.
Greetings, friend. We will speak together.
That's interesting that they rejected that.
Yes.
Let's see if they'll take a
Be
defensive
anything
alliance
but a
now.
mouth.
So, with non-aggression pacts with specific
Ready for battle.
specific ones there. So let's get
It is a great
let's
and
fill this up.
glorious
A
day
full
to die for Rome.
army, ready to go. And we'll be ready to kick ass. This needs to be quick because the Etruscan League are quite a fucking menace. For hundreds of years, they've tortured them, and Rome has had enough. So we're going to go and fucking take them out. And once we consolidate Italy, then we can make a decision of where we're going to go. So there's food shortages now, so we do need to start moving soon. So we do. We need to start moving soon. And I totally forgot about that, and that now became a slum, so I need to fix that. It's always about Rome, making sure... Let me see... +2 food. That's a pretty good decision to make. What about fishies? +6 food. That's probably a better decision to make, to bring more food in. And we'll upgrade to auxiliary camps in Rome, so we can bring in auxilia. Which weren't legions, but they were Roman. Alright, let's go.
We cannot pass here. We take this settlement for Rome.
That was an easy thing, I think. So we don't need to battle that. We know it's going to be a win anyway. Now, I tend to just occupy, because that means people don't get pissed off, you know. And then you move in, and the Romans are bringing goodness with them. They're expanding, you know. So the idea would be to get up to the legions, which is this. So that's quite a bit away. So we'll put a research terrain on for that, and we'll get up to legions. Now I think I want to recruit a general. So let's see. Now you see the way they're different. They are different houses that belong to different houses, so I have to watch. So if a house leaves and I've used one general specifically to conquer specific bits of land, when they leave, all that land becomes theirs, and then I have to reconquer it again, or quell the rebellion, if you want to call it that, or the civil war. But I always like Cornelius, so we'll do a raise army with them, and we'll bring them in as generals, bring them in as that,
Ready for orders.
and then we can start putting some troops in there and get a second army going. And I think it's at this point that the fishmongers are showing the end of turn. Oh, yep. So we need to update him. He's our general. He's Julius Lebo, so he's dead on. I usually always tend to, if you're going to not put them on the sea, focus on the commander settings. Now we're going to have $1,900 here in the next turn, or denarii, if you want to call it that. So I always like to try and get rid of the Etruscan League as soon as I can. So what have we got? There's a serious food shortage. I really need to fix that. But at the same time, I need to... I think that's been made, has it? Oh, well, maybe she cancel those fighters. We've got an army out there. We'll cancel them out. Let me see. Anything that really brings in food at the minute here is what I'm looking for. +4 food, yeah. So they're pretty happy. They're pretty happy. Let's go around and get... Let's go and get this. I'll be on the next turn. So because it became friendly with them, I should have no issues with them at the top. This is all about consolidating Italy at the start. It is a turn-based game, so you have turns, and then the other nations get their shot. So I'm losing men here now because of this food shortage, but it should fix itself eventually. Now, I know we're going to win that because I can see here that we're going to win it, so it's going to be an auto-resolve for that one, guys. And we're going to be aggressive. Again, I tend to just occupy, so don't really piss people off. He's got an increase in rank, so let's grow this city as well. And we'll start off. Let me see here, because I want to make sure there's food coming in. It's very important. Yeah, let's go with that. Farming. Let's get a... we'll go with a shipwright actually here. Need to sort of wait a wee while to get that army back up to full strength. But in the meantime, we can start building this army because we now have... We've got our food. Our food should be coming back our next turn here. Oh, that's right. You need to make sure you upgrade the traits. Always upgrade the traits, guys. It's very important. Again, general staff, so to authority when he's a general, much better. Let's see in turn. What have we got now? Oh, because I control a province, I can issue an edict. So what edict do I want to issue here? Romanization. Yep. See, Alphonse is pretty happy with us, so I'm making a trade agreement maybe.
Well.
Yep, we'll start getting some trade in.
We Greeks are a realistic folk.
Yes, you are. I'll agree. Start trading with Sparta.
To receive this embassy, and will listen with interest to all
I've got a trade agreement with them
say.
already. What about a defensive alliance? It's a bit too much maybe, because that means if somebody attacks us, they have to help us. Athens, low.
Greetings,
Defensive
honored
alliance.
guest. I serve as my
That's a bit low as
people's
well. And what about Syracuse?
Athena give you wisdom so that you may
That's
speak
low
well.
too. But what about we've already got a trade agreement with them. That's good. So we've got trade agreements here. So that's the last stronghold of the Etruscan League. Well, I think they've another one over here. Guys, I'm just checking the feed to make sure that there's no stagnation and lag. If there is, I might need to restart it. I hope not. Sorry guys, I'm just double checking the feed. I want to make sure it's not lagging for it on yous. I don't think it is. Need to let them all build up again. Could send that spy maybe up to there.
Swift and silent as a shadow. Is there nothing else?
I'm so sorry guys, I just want to make sure this is working okay. We're just waiting for those soldiers to become better. Oh, I keep forgetting to change that from slums, you know. And I'll have to keep them back in and knocking it down. Not really much more I could do there that turn, guys. Money's running low. I'm just letting that army up the top low. That army up the top, I'm letting it rebuild itself. It's been in 2 battles, so... Okay. Now I got a few pounds. I can, with plenty of food coming in now as well. Things are starting to come back to normal. So that's Auxilia. That's cavalry Auxilia, or infantry Auxilia. They would usually be the front line of the Roman army, the Auxilia, and then the legions would obviously kick in right after it. The Riorii, they were like the police force. They were like Roman police. They were soldiers who were, the best way to say it, they were soldiers who come home on leave and were looking extra cash. They would have worked out of the Rorium, which was like the Roman police. So that looks like the last bit of... That army must be getting better by now. Yeah, they're nearly, like you can see, they're nearly full up the back up the full strength again, guys. So let's go back to our diplomacy.
Welcome, welcome. In a spirit of Olympian hospitality, I
Like,
welcome you and will listen with care.
I don't want to hit them with that because it might damage the relations, you see.
For the sake of friendship that has been and friendship to come.
They were away for
Yesterday, I
defensible
saw
edge.
many dead fish in the water. Two kinds of fish.
Wasn't a military alliance
Be
with Sparta.
welcome, but may Athena strike us all down.
Ready for all. Set up the watch.
So we'll put that army back there.
We hunger.
Let this army build up a bit, and then I'm going to put it on the boat and send it over to get rid of the Etruscan League. And then that sort of puts an end to that threat, and then I can sort of start working on the attack the peninsula itself in regards to building it and stuff, building it up. Peace negotiated, Italia. Okay. The training reforms has been researched, which is good, which is very good. So I would say we've probably enough units there now to put on the boat.
The way is blocked. Your orders? That is impossible. We cannot pass
Why
here.
can't I put them on that? Oh, Jesus, that's right. I need to put them in a port town. Totally forgot that.
Steady as we go. At your command. Embarking. Waiting for a new course.
So
It is
we're on our way over to Italia, and we're going to try and land.
that is a dangerous course. Returning to land cannot go there.
We do have a few quid, so let's make sure we're not letting anything happen that shouldn't happen. Now they're on -4, but it's +7, -4 and +7, which means they're all happy. It's just a bit of a nightmare to try and keep them all. Yep, happy. Yep, good. So that is the Roman Northern Army now. That is going to protect the Northern Peninsula. So any armies that come in now will have to face that army no matter what. They'll have to face it. Let me see if there's anything else I can build in these cities. And if there's not, we will we'll just reinforce these, I suppose. Merge them up. And then these guys, just disband them. And we will recruit 2 more brand new legions for them. And then by the time the next turn comes around, they'll be good to go. So, it was just one other thing I wanted to check, guys. Just 1 wee second. As you see, the Italian peninsula is now under Roman control. So it is. I need to be level 5 Imperium to become the Emperor. So just so you all know that. As you can see, our house has grown massively in the Senate. Look at that. We nearly own half the Senate already. And we've only taken over Rome. We've only taken over the Italian peninsula. This is our trade and finance here. Trade partners, our summary of what we're charging in taxes. So we're currently bringing in 1,600 quid every turn. And Magna Graecia is the lowest public order. I don't know why though. I don't know why. As you can see, they're not. See these other 2 places, Lilybaeum and Syracuse. Once I take them, they'll become a part of Magna Graecia, which will form a province. Then again, as I say, you only need 1 army there. And we already have an army sitting there. So let's put them back in because they're not really needed. Saying that though, I could maybe bolster it up a little and put an army legion in there. If you remember playing the last game, you needed to keep armies in all your cities. Well, as long as the more you build up your city, there's a garrison that sits in it, and you can end up having a garrison of like 2,000 men there, and that means you don't need to leave an army, you know. And this tells me when all the money's coming in. All the factions that I've came into contact with, my legions. I have about 4,000 soldiers. So do. These are my objectives. Obviously, the main objective is the Punic Wars. So that hasn't started yet. That has not started yet at all. So the Punic Wars are pretty good. The Etruscan decline, that's whenever Rome took them out, and the assertion of power, that basically means holding on to the entire Italian peninsula, along with its 2 substitute islands. Do you know what I'm looking for? There was a way for me to put everything on put all the cities on auto manage, and it'll allow me to more focus on the military side of this game. If anybody knows what it is, please remind me what it is and how to turn it on.
Obedience to the rule of your faction is measured in public order. If unhappiness outweighs happiness and is left unchecked for a long time, it can lead to rebellion. Keep taxes at reasonable levels. Maintain sufficient food levels and garrison armies in settlements if necessary to stop low public order bubbling over into insurrection.
Well, these reforms are coming on alright, actually. Those reforms, anyway. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to work out how to put it on auto manage everything. I don't know if it's in here. God, no, 40 minutes for that. Right, let's end the 3. Let's start battling. Let's start getting into some war. If there's anybody in viewing, guys, I really appreciate it. This is like my 8th stream. But I really like to see my followers build up, because I know I hope I'm offering decent content. But it'd be great to get a wee following together, because I know there's people out there who love playing these games as much as I do.
It is an honor to serve. We cannot sail there. Put your backs into it, you men. None shall pass. Blockading.
I don't want to blockade it. I want to land there.
That is a dangerous course. We cannot go there.
So it's all about making sure you're updating things and upgrading things, and you're not leaving anybody to last.
Commander,
Right, our garrison's absolutely back to full strength. So does he's bound to be near his death, like, 'cause he's been around for a while, I believe. Let's see. Oh, he's 33. He's young. Remember, these houses here, they'll have generals. Like, whoever this guy is down here, he's a general.
ready for battle.
And he belongs to the Scipii.
Your orders.
So everything's good. We're positive money. We've got an army in the north. We've an army heading out here as well. They'll obviously take over the 2 islands on the west side of the Italian peninsula. And I'm thinking, excuse me, then I'm thinking we'll go down into Sicily. The problem is, if you start a war with Carthage, you've got to make sure you have an army there to fucking back it up. And you've got to go for Carthage. You can't let them build up, because if you do, Hannibal appears. And when Hannibal appears, that's a problem. A plague. Oh god, there's a plague connected to them, so we don't want that getting in.
Ready for orders. Get the blockade set up.
It's always good to have public forums. Public forums keep the keep people happy because it lets them know. It makes them. The Roman aristocrats, they used to believe, I give the plebs their thing, you know. Oh, there's a plague up there.
It is an honor to serve Rome. Leaving the ship.
Get on round there. I can't seem to land at the front. This is going to be a serious fight. He's a fucking big army. So what I just done there was built a shrine to Mars. It's a bit more comfortable here, guys. The Romans were all about the religion. Okay. I don't want to fight that on the field. Just kill them all. No point in fighting with him. I need to get this army landed because there's a possibility I could lose this fucking army if I don't get it right. Did he get a trade increase? I was about to say, because he hasn't done anything. That's the Admiral. So you obviously do Admiral stuff for him then. Nearly there. Nearly there, nearly there. Always making sure you're building up Rome. I can't really touch him at the minute until I get off the land. The idea tonight is to secure the Italian peninsula, get our alliances together, knowing that we're good, and then the next episode will be more of a conquering sort of side. We're conquering at the minute, we're just... Oh, we've had a baby. Oh, that's not good. For fuck's sake. Desecrating the temple. Okay, we've got the army off. Oh fuck, they're fucked. Ooh, dear, dear, dear. I need to hire mercenaries here. I don't like doing that, you know. Ooh, ooh, ooh. This is not good. We might actually lose this battle. 15 units. There's no more mercenaries left to hire. I might have to let them come to me here. Let's see if I can pick my battlefield.
I'm afraid we cannot. We cannot do that. Advance. Your next command.
They'll probably come for me here. Oh yeah, hold on.
Ready for orders.
Oh, good, good, good. That's good. They'll probably come for me here, guys. He's come round to hit the boat, but that's not going to affect me at all. Nah, we won that fight. We were always going to win that fight. Let's enslave them.
Is there nothing else?
You take too many slaves, though, you can have fucking too many slave rebellions. It's ridiculous. It actually gets ridiculous. So I tend to not enslave people. Just what the Empire has, and then when they're people who are born into slavery. They just stay within the slave system. Okay. They actually didn't come near me. That was really weird. It's like they left their city to just be captured by me there. So I hang around there for a while now. That's what I do. Oh, there's an army moving there. Do you see that? He's moved his army out. Let's see here.
It is a great and glorious thing to die for Rome.
I'll bring this army down because I know I'm friendly with people here. I don't know where he's sending them, like, but he can't take Rome. Rome's too big. You'd need at least 3 armies to take that. So you would. I can't believe they left that city there to be captured like that. This is a really, look, his army's dying. See the red face, see the skull? That's the last army they have, so it's dying. So they need to capture somewhere quickly. Looks like we got rid of the Etruscan League, guys. That's exactly what the aim of the game here was tonight. Get rid of them and consolidate the Italian peninsula. See, the last in Rome Total War 1, you could keep armies around all the cities. This year, you only need like 1 army per province. and you don't need anything in the cities because they've all got their own garrisons as long as the city keeps getting bigger. So if they are attacked, oh god, I'm tired. If they are attacked by an army, the garrison will defend it. No, he's coming back. He's coming back. Right, what can I build in there? He's coming to attack me. May actually put some Javaliers in it. Some levies. He has pulled it back, so I'll bring that army back to Rome. Going to work on this army next, guys, I think, so that we can go in and start take over in there. This army's going to go there next, and then this army's going to build up, go there, and then that'll consolidate the entire Italian peninsula, which gives us a good base, good money, good trade, everything coming in, so we can go and attack. I always have my eyes in North Africa at first. It's full of so much riches. But that army there is fucked. That army is fucked. They've nowhere to stay. So the Etruscan League is in trouble, guys. They are in trouble. I'm just going to go for them, guys. Might as well. Just get rid of them. That was their king on that. Just slaughter them. Oh yeah, did you wonder how to do that without a naval captain? Well, you can move any army onto the water, but it's better to move them with a fleet. So let's see now. That's Carthage. So we'll wait a couple of turns here. I need to build an army up. Now I think we could do this right. So there's 10 in that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now if we put another general out here, that's one of mine. Make him split the troops up.
We hunger for. We cannot follow this order at your command. Commander, to it, men. Make haste, men. March. Ready for orders. Advance.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
On the move.
Give him them.
At your command.
Send them back to Rome.
Hold this a garrison.
And then let's
We hunger for battle.
go down and get
Advance.
so this army here, whatever's in that army, we'll go into that army, and we will then move down to the south, and we will start this war.
Ready for orders.
Oh, we've got our equidays now. And Principes and Triarii as well. So the Principes were like the hastati. It's important to remember, guys, by the way, there was no such thing as a Roman legion here. They weren't called legions. Well, they were, in respect, they were called a legion. But you remember, you ever see the Romans with the square shields? They didn't come around until Marius Gaius created Roman reforms, because at the minute Roman soldiers are paid with coin. When he brought in this is one of the main reasons why the Roman Republic actually fell, or the Roman Empire fell. He changed the reforms so that if every soldier gave 13 years of military service, they got a plot of land when they come home to grow a farm, build their house. They were paid in land. So if you think about an empire, the people who own that land, they grow up, they die, right? They grow up, they die. They have a family who takes over the land. Some may become soldiers, some may become politicians. But as the Roman Empire expanded and people started to become 16, 17 years old, if they went in to fight with the Roman army, they were paid in land. But a lot of land was already given away, maybe over 100 years. So they had to keep expanding in order to pay their soldiers. Weird, like, very, very weird, but that's how it worked. But it worked, and then that's where you got the Roman legions, and the things were changed. And one of the things he introduced was that each Roman city, each barracks had to be built the exact same way as the same as every other barracks in every other city, so that when the soldiers arrived in that city, they knew exactly where everything was, where to go. It just made things so much more efficient. Because prior to that, the barracks were just a place where the soldiers could go and sleep and hang their stuff up and do that. But he changed the barracks so that they were properly militarily designed. So that if a Roman army went from Alexandria to Consentia, which is here, the barracks in Alexandria and the barracks in Consentia would have been the exact same. They would have been duplicates, right down to the very rooms. He's one of my guys, isn't he? Let's just check and see. What's this guy's name? Notorious Morrow. Who's he belong to? See Scipio, the House of Scipii, the Brutus, the Brutii. I'm seeing promoting my own members, you see. It's not usually a good thing. But I like the Scipii, you see, because it's always good to have them on side. I don't really care about the other ones. It's always good to try and keep one of them inside. Yeah, see, we're in Mired.
Commander, ready for orders.
Let's do that army switch now, I think. I don't think I did that right, did I? No, it's Scipio. I want to give him all of them.
Commander, march. Advance. We hung. March. Commander, on the move. Advance.
Ah, we'll get it next time. I just know when we go into Sicily here, it's going to be a nightmare. They're still floating about trying to find a place to live. Those guys. So that's not a good thing. Protection expiring. That means other families could secede, but I can't see it, to be honest with you. See, I want my guy to be in control of most of the provinces in Italy, because if I start splitting the generals up between each city, whenever they revolt, I'm fucked. Because then it'll end up I'll own parts of northern Italy, and the Scipio will own the fucking south part, which is definitely not what I want. So we're going to start going down now into Sicily, and that's fucking taken out. This is going to start the Punic Wars, though, which, so fuck, you know. If I don't do it now, then you have Hannibal coming in, and then we're fucked. Let's get down there now. Aye, fuck you and your trespassing. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not what I want. Cancel move. Let's get down there. I don't think I want to hire any more mercenaries, but it might help. No, that's definitely not what I want to do. So if an army can down there, oh fuck me, look at the size of this Carthage army. Jesus fuck. That is not good. Right. So that army's up there. Let's replenish that. Oh, Principi's now. Great. Some Hastati. I like to always have a strong army in northern Rome. Or northern Italy. So with an army ready to strike there, and I'll hit Carthage first before going anywhere near Syracuse. Well, while that's going round there, guys, if you are watching the stream back, I really appreciate it. This is going to be the first part in a series of me becoming Emperor Ginge. The idea of tonight's game in Rome Total War 2 is to consolidate the Italian peninsula with Sicily and Corellis so that we can control that. That means we've more or less controlled the centre of Europe. And the idea of that would be then you're going to start expanding out. I always like to go for North Africa because it's just full of riches and it belongs to the Carthaginians, and the Romans and the Carthaginians fucking hated each other in general. So why is it asking me to keep doing that? That's really annoying. That is what I want. Right, declare war. For fuck's sake, they're allied with Libya. Of course they are. I don't think they even had anybody there. We need siege engines. Shit. Ooh. Let's just get ladders out. Shall we go for an assault? Let's go for an assault. Yeah, guys, as I say, if you're watching back because I know this is the first of a series until I become Emperor, don't forget to drop a wee follow there for the next time I go live. Obviously I go live 3 nights a week. That is Tuesday, Thursdays and Fridays. You can see it there on the thing. Saturday live streaming, it's off the cards at the minute. I have a bit of an issue with family at the minute, so I'm trying to keep that right. But in the meantime, don't forget to follow me as well on Twitch. Really appreciate it. There's a garrison fleet. Time to battle. So as I said, if you're watching this back, the intro video, this is exactly what in-game fighting looks like. Oh no, I don't like it when it's foggy. Let's wait till the sun comes out. Oh, for fuck's sake, come on. Yep, start deployment. So, just if you've never seen this before, this is exactly what it looks like. It's just a beautiful game. It's just a beautiful, beautiful game. I'll show you what the Roman legionaries look like. What are they? It's a static there. As you can see, that's what they look like. They've got the small breastplate to protect the heart. It's pretty standard stuff. But as you see, they don't have the square shields. Not yet. Not yet. Not until Gaius Marius came in with the Roman reforms. And once he came in with them, then the legions were formed. So let's get these letters.
Italian spearmen.
Oh no, I don't want them on that.
In service to Rome.
You want the auxilia on these things. You don't want your... No, you definitely... Nah.
Understood. Spear infantry, at your command. Jupiter gives us strength.
No.
Orders understood. Infantry. Astati.
They can't form a testudo, like, just to show you that you can actually see it. So what happens is that they overlap their shields. But these were the very first Roman soldiers. They were called hastati. But as I say, later on in the game, you start to see the legions starting to appear, and then the praetorians. But at this stage, remember, Rome is just a republic. You know, they've just taken out the Etruscan League. They're a rising power in the Mediterranean. And their biggest threat, really, believe it or not, is Carthage. So
Then we will laugh as we take what we want and who we want. Now, to arms. Ready and waiting. Advance at speed, sons of Mars. Italian spearmen. Double time! Commander! For the gods! Astati! Beautiful sky today.
well, yeah, look. So they move into testudo formation. They were so smart about how they did things, and weren't they? Like back then, that was just an insanely great idea.
Infantry ready!
Severely regimented.
This is not a good place to die. Are there any good ones? Stand up straight! You are warriors, not sacks of barley! I front! No flinching! Show them how brave Romans behave! Now is the hour! Draw your swords!
And here we are. We're in the fight. As you see, the Romans are very well armed. Do you see that? The auxilia are actually better armed than the hastati. The hastati were more regimentally, and they had to fight as a unit. Where the auxilia were well armed spear infantry, and they went in. They would have been the Roman frontline troops, the Exilia, and then the Hastati would have went in after for the hack job, you know, if you want to call it that.
Spears ready. Forward. Your orders. Advance.
Once they take the gates, the rest of the army's just going to sully in.
Astati. Hold Romans all. Double time. Infantry. Charge. Spear infantry. At your command.
So the Roman army is now getting into position.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Jupiter gives us strength. Quick march. Advance at speed. Astati. Happy to serve Rome.
Proud Romans all.
Infantry. Jupiter gives us strength. Advance. You have permission to execute Sparta.
Ready and waiting.
Orders. Hold position. Look forward.
Now that the gates are open, and we've captured the gates,
Italian cavalry.
we are going to run in.
Fire on the enemy. Riders.
Gates aren't
Men are
curtain.
wavering.
Sucky. We obey. Great advance. By your command. Come forward.
So I brought my levies up to start throwing shit over the wall.
Sucky. Astati. Advance.
They're trying to get off the wall.
Jupiter gives us strength. Hold. command. Engage!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Which one of you peasants did that? Aim low, you bastards! Aim low!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Charge! Infantry! Commander! Advance!
I'm a Ginge.
Hi, Big Teach Games. Thanks very much for the follow. Really appreciate it, buddy.
At the double! End of Italia!
Place is fucking ruined.
Forward! Proud Romans all!
Ready for orders. Attack for Rome!
Show them how real men fight!
Well, since they got through. I do both, mate. I do both. I like. I don't mind playing campaign. I'm not 100% sure actually if the campaign on this is. I'm not 100% sure if the campaign on this is multiplayer. So if there is time, I would love to get a big, massive multiplayer game going with other TW streamers and stuff like that, or even off stream. I don't mind.
The gates.
But I really appreciate the follow. It means a lot. Thank you. I'm pretty sure that gate's fucked. Right, time to get down there because I think I did enough there. Let's go and capture the center. Let's get in there. I actually didn't know if there was, to be honest with you. This is like my third time playing this game. Massive Total War fan though. Rome Total War 1, just I could never get enough of that. Just found it really easy to cheat on it. So I did just to add money into your bank account. After playing it for so long. I think I've won this battle anyway. This battle was already a foregone conclusion. I was just wanted to show anybody who hadn't played Rome Total War before. Wanted to show them what the actual battle sequences are like, which are insane. Especially when you're playing it on ultra graphics. It's mental. The fact that that's multiplayer, when we should, you know, I'd love to get a big multiplayer game going of this. If we could get like 5 or 6 of us who play these games. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be fucking brilliant? Yeah, I'll do a co-op campaign. If you want, we could stream it. Stream together. Yeah, it can be arranged once I've finished this series. All right. Okay. Right. Okay. It's only 2-player. Once I've finished this series, which is my journey to become emperor, then I would definitely be up for playing co-op campaign with you. I could be the Julii, just like Julius Caesar. Oh yeah, forgot to say this here. I actually teach history, so this is why I love this game. Of course, not a problem. Yeah, sounds good. Yep, why not? Should all be supporting each other anyway, shouldn't we? Yeah, the first. Well, Rome was Bronze Age, right? So my first ever experience, I actually used it in my class as a teacher, was a game called Stronghold. If you remember, if you're the same age as me, or if you're around my age, which I'm in the 30s, a game called Stronghold. I used to use it to teach my class. I used to put it on the projector to teach them about portcullis, teach them about the portcullises and the towers and Moat and Bailey castles. Because when I teach, obviously I have to teach the curriculum from first year to 5th year. I don't know whether you're from America or something like that. But Stronghold, they like me firing that up, the game up. it's neat. It's something different to them. You can almost picture them getting home and saying to their mums and dads, "Hey, our teacher put on a PC game today." That'd be quite funny. Right, let's go. So I'm really just hunting car feeds down here. That's really what it's all about. I don't want Hannibal kicking in because I hate it when he comes on. He comes into play. Let's see. Oh, he's pissing about. Do you teach as well? All right, cool. Cool. I teach secondary school, which is high school, on your side. So it is. I also do a bit of boxing as well. That's why I'm missing a tooth. I'm getting a lot of shit about that in school at the minute. The kids are going, "What happened to your tooth, sir?" And I say to them, "Well, if you don't do your fucking," I always say to them, "If you don't do your work, that's what's going to that's what's going to happen to you." No, they love learning about Roman history. I love Roman history as well. My favourite character in Roman history is Gaius Marius. He actually introduced the Roman reforms. So he did. The reason why you've got hastati, which is these guys, the reason why you've got hastati is because they were early Republic soldiers. But when Gaius Marius came in, it's actually the reason why there was a downfall in Rome. Kids can't be brutal, so they can't. The reason why there was a downfall and the reason why the Roman Empire eventually collapsed was because prior to Gaius Marius bringing in the military reforms, Roman soldiers were paid with denarii, which is the normal thing to do. But he came in with the reforms and says if Roman soldiers serve in the army for 13 years, they will be given a plot of land at the end of service. So if you're going to give all your soldiers land, they grow up, they die, they have families, their kids become soldiers, they're going to want their own land too. So the reason why the Roman Empire fell is because they needed to keep expanding in order to pay their soldiers. And that's the reason why inevitably the empire eventually fucking collapsed. And then the barbarians invaded. And then Attila came in. He taught them a bit of a lesson too. The Mongols. Yeah, but they were definitely a part of it not to be fucked with, like. I am Northern Irish, yes. Yeah, the kids in my class curse all the time. I don't ever really chastise them for it, to be quite honest. So I don't. Coming from Northern Ireland, they're all smart kids, like, you know, but they're all into their football and stuff. Where when I was growing up, I played football as well, or if you would call it soccer. I played football as well, but for school, actually, when I was growing up, they're into their football and their boxing and stuff like that. There's a couple. When I was growing up, I was into football, but I was really loved history. And my I've actually got something really funny to tell you. My history teacher, his father was a Nazi. Yeah, his father was a fucking Nazi. And when he was teaching us, he was very anti-Semitic. He was extremely anti-Semitic. To the point you couldn't actually believe that some of the stuff he was telling you. You're like, what the fuck is this guy on about? But he intrigued me. And then he was teaching something in our history class one day. You're half Irish? Football. Oh, that's good. What side is your family Irish? What side of your family is actually Irish? Is it the mum's side or your father's side? It's usually the father's side.
Together, our armies could be nigh invincible.
Yeah, I'll make a defensive alliance with Syracuse, but I'm still going to attack them anyway. As well. Because I want Magna Garcia. This game here, I believe, this game's so underrated. So this, when I teach about Romans as well, I would turn this on for the kids as well. I have a game where I'm actually the emperor and have conquered most of the maps, so I use that to actually teach them. Oh, got some money in there. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that's true. Your dad's Mexican? Ah. Nice. That's a pretty weird mix. If you don't mind me asking, how did your mother meet him? Saying that my girlfriend's Chinese, so that's a whole other fucking story too.
Attacking long-standing allies will have an effect on how the other factions view your own.
Oh dear.
They will be cautious when dealing with you in future.
I don't know if this is a good idea to attack these. What do you think? An Irish Mexican. Well, actually, my family's from Sweden, so there you go. Hence the ginger, blondish hair, blue eyes, extremely white teeth as well. My father is from Newcastle. He came over here during the Ulster plantation. Well, his great grandfather came here during the Ulster plantation around King George V. And my grandmother, she was from Sweden. This is actually quite weird. How can I explain this? Okay, so my great grandfather came over in the Ulster plantation. He met his wife here. His son moved to Sweden, had a family there. The daughter of them, who's Swedish, is my grandmother, and then that's the way it works. And my grandfather, he was German, so pretty weird. So my family actually originates from Newcastle, England, and then, but my immediate family would be Swedish. Oh dear, right, okay. Well, actually, where I live in Northern Ireland now, there was a Confederate or a general who lived down the street from me here. Obviously during the War of Independence, or the American Revolutionary War, if you want to call it that. I'm not too good with the American politics. Was that the American? That was the American Civil War. Yeah, 2 wars, wasn't there? War of Independence was 4th of July. Yep, right, okay. I don't teach American history at all. How much money have I got here? Got a few pound actually. I'd spend some cash. Take that off Emmons. Why do the Carthaginians keep letting me just take their land off them? What's going on? Oh, to get rid of this guy, somebody's acting a fucking maggot. What's he done? Yeah, no, probably Germany mostly. The Civil War. That's it. The American Civil War. I always get it. It's not that they always get it mixed up. I know. The Civil War was 1861 to 1864, but there was a lot of shit going on prior to that. And the War of Independence, 1781. Is that right? Am I right? Am I wrong? All I know was like the Confederacy get beat. That's all I know. For the better, by the way, because of that, Abraham Lincoln was able to abolish slavery, which I always find quite funny, because at the minute when I look at America, you have Democrats and Republicans, and Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Has like the Republican Party like swung round to another style of politics? Or is it always still the same? Is Donald Trump still spouting the same stuff that Abraham Lincoln would have been spouting? I don't know. Saying that there, Donald Trump was a fucking Democrat for many years. This was better, right? 65, yeah, right, okay, cool. I can't actually attack these guys. What is going on? I did say I was going to put some more troops for these guys. No, I teach the kids like the things like the Battle of Hastings, 1066. The two Harold War, as you call it. That there, you had Harold Hardrada, who was the Viking, Viking, and then you had Harold Winslow, who actually stole the crown, by the way. That's the reason why William the Conqueror. Well, Harold went and beat Harold Hardrada, so an English king beating Vikings, pretty rare. So he marched his army all the way from London up to Hastings. He killed the Vikings. Actually, the Vikings come over with like an 8,000 man army, and he went up with he took 1,000 men, a contingent of his men, and marched up. So Harold Hardrada knew he was coming up, but he was like, what, with 1,000 men? They completely underestimated him. But Harold decided to wait until the Vikings got stupidly drunk, and he put 1,000 men into the camp and slit their throats, killed his whole army, destroyed him. Then he marched back down to London, and then William the Conqueror, or William of Normandy, he then invaded to take his crown back, because the crown was promised to him. So England did have a French king at one stage. So it did. I fancy my chances here, but I'm going to fight them on the field because I'm not too sure about active a shitload of fucking. What are they fucking doing hiring the statty? Yeah, I would think that. Like Jim Crow laws, that was democratic, wasn't it? That was Democrat laws, wasn't it? I think, wasn't it? And then JFK came in and was like, what the fuck he's playing at or something. I see that new movie that's come out with Civil War. That is such a fucking scary movie, mate. That is such a scary fucking movie. It almost makes me feel sick watching. It made me feel sick watching it because I was like, Jesus Christ, this is almost lifelike.
Enemy reinforcements approaching.
Oh, of course there is, isn't there?
Carthaginians, cowards all, pay others to die for them.
That's true. So they've actually got those in there. We have something as well, so we do call teacher's credit, which we do shit like that there. You sat in the hallway for 8 hours? What the fuck? I hope you were paid well for that. What's the average salary for a teacher, by the way, in America now? You like 6th grade. That would be primary school. You weren't paid to fucking do that? Well, that's actually not too bad. Well, secondary school teacher. I'm a senior secondary school teacher. My salary's £42,000 plus a company car and all the free travel I want and all the free dinners I want, because I can eat all the school dinner and I don't have to wait for dinner. I don't know. I like to play this game the way the Romans would have set up their legions, which is exactly the way I've just done it. Sometimes the Romans would have set their legions up like this.
At the double. Melee troops awaiting orders. Double time.
Hastati! Happy to serve Rome!
Jupiter gives us strength. For the gods.
Oh, this was for cavalry flanking. So the Romans would have set up their troops like this for cavalry flanking. It's actually not in the actual... See, whenever I grab the units here, it's actually not in the formation structure. The front line troops would have been in a proper Roman army. I just like playing with this. I like doing it like this here because the Hastati are like the best soldiers that they have. But the frontline troops in any Roman army were usually the auxilia, the Roman spearmen. There always would have been a skirmish for maybe an hour. You see where the cavalry's sort of like having the counter and stuff, but the Romans were so good at countering cavalry that they were just very heavily regimented. They could always protect their flanks very quickly.
Jupiter gives us strength. Ready. At speed.
Melee troops! At the double! General! On watch!
The men are wavering.
Brave Romans to a man.
I love the way they say brave Romans to a man. Brave Romans to a man. The graphics are beautiful in this game, aren't they?
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
I don't think I was expected to win this, but I'm going to try.
Orders understood!
Melee troops. For glory.
Let's make some pushes.
Hastati. For glory. To forward, commander.
Don't know if it's a good idea to send them off. But we'll see why.
At your service!
Advance. Forward. Your orders.
Once Roman units were engaged, they were usually given a command to on guard. So they usually fight tightly. As you see when you look at the Carthaginian army, see the way they're fighting, and they just fought in mass, where the Romans fought in lines. So once one line got when a Roman line used to be fighting, the line behind that, the second line, they used to have their shoulder on the other guy's chest plate, or have their hand on the other guy's chest plate to let him know, look, I'm here to back you up, nothing's getting behind you. But when he seen the guy in front of him getting tired, he would have grabbed the chest plate, and the centurion would have shouted, swasma, which meant switch, so that the front and the back second troops would have pulled him back, then they would have got into the fight, and they would have been pulled right to the back, and they would have fought after lane after lane after lane after lane, and that's why the Romans were so fucking good at fighting. So they don't show it in this, which if they did, it would be a pretty good cinematic actually, if they showed you that. So as you can see, like the Carthaginians just look disorganized. I don't think we're going to win this at all. I think it was way outnumbered. Be an retreat now.
Romans, ready for duty. By your command. Advance. Hastati. Advance. Sons of Mars. Yours to command. Charge! Your orders are for glory! Proud Romans all! Fight forward!
One of our units
Oh,
has
good,
used
bro.
all its ammunition.
Happy to serve Rome! Back! Back!
You see, the Romans used to do this a lot, by the way, as well. If they knew they had an enemy, and like they weren't, if the Romans thought they were going to lose, they used to L-shape their armies, like this. I'm actually fighting with the Romans the way they would have fought, and what they'd have done is that they would have charged then off the side, and they would have done the same here, like to close it all off.
Hastati! At speed!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
And then they would have started encircling them, you see, till it was all
Starting! Ready and waiting!
locked up.
Break off!
Oh, I know it does, but testudos were only used for attacking cities. I don't think there's much.
One of our units
And then I
has
just
used all
usually
its
do that,
ammunition.
just full crazy charge into everything. Going ups their stats all right.
General!
The testudo actually in this game is a little incorrect. So it is, because there was side shielding as well. There we go. Let me see. Deployed 2000. I lost half my men. He lost 3/4 of his men. So he did. So are you playing these games long? What was your last game? You said you like Shogun Total War as well. Same. Probably the same, mate.
At ease, men.
Look at this fucker. He's went down and... He's went down and joined up with that. Fuck. This is pretty weird. They took over Syracuse and Syracuse just went took in Lillibeum. It was only a matter before the Etruscan League actually done that. No, during these times, the Etruscan League used to torture the fuck out of the Romans, by the way. Like, they demanded tribute and all from them, and the Romans were paying it. And I think just one day they just get fucking fed up with it. The Roman Republic was quite large before Julius Caesar even took control of it. They'd owned North Africa. They were already in Egypt. They had owned most of Spain at this point.
You have recruited so many units, the treasury is buckling under the weight of their upkeep. Capturing new territory would spread the cost as well as putting your troops to good use.
Civil war can break out any time. But that's why I keep making all these guys happy. I'm definitely going to attack Syracuse. Oh, I didn't really like Napoleon Total War, if I'm being honest. I didn't like that at all. I thought it was too bulky. I think that's the best word to use to describe it.
Ready for further orders. Ready for battle.
Look at the fucking Syracusans. They were on their way over to take that over. Piss off. Alright. I hate the way Syracuse do this because Syracuse always team ally with me. When I play this fucking game, they always ally with me. That should do it. So lock that down. Lock that down. I'm going to grab this army and send it over to Italia here because I always find these two islands get hit really bad. Yeah, it is. It's definitely bulky. I'll get that. Do you understand what I mean by saying that? It's not like this where it's dead clean. It just feels like it actually gives me a like nah. No, I'm not really into it at all. I love Stellaris. Have you played that? Stellaris is pretty good.
Carthage offers you the chance to live. You would be wise to take it.
They want a peace treaty because I'm kicking their asses. How about you fuck off? I'm trying to set a dominant bar here. Stellaris is pretty good. Very, very good. If you're into that. And if you haven't played it before, go and fucking download it. It's a lethal game. A military alliance? Yeah, okay. That's pretty good. I'll take that. They can help me against Carthage. I really appreciate you coming in to watch tonight, dude. Really, really appreciate it. I play other games as well. Like, seeing Thursday night, I play Battlefield. It's Battlefield Thursdays. What's going on up here? Oh, it got me 8,000. That's good. Let's get rid of these slums. Oops, part of that. I hate the way everything costs so much money in this. I don't think I have any other slums anywhere, do I? I am. I'm very, very chill person. Always was. I'm a seriously bad anxiety sufferer, like. But gaming helps me get over that, you know. I'm very real. I'll just tell you how it is. Streaming's a tough business, so it is. It's not like I want it to become a full-time thing, but I do enjoy it. Carthage can go and fuck. Carthage offers you the chance to live. Go and get Hannibal. Stronghold's fucking brilliant. It's a beautiful game, even to today's standard, it's still a lovely game. Playing as Lithuania, I don't even touch them. Fuck that. I like playing the kingdoms. The Britannia campaign. I always pick Ireland. Conquer England. It makes me laugh so much. Because when it's just funny watching the Gaelic Gallowglass attacking London. This makes me laugh. Really makes me laugh.
At your command. Come, fight for Rome. We hunger for battle.
I need to keep that army. That army needs to be at strength down there. Constantly. Oh, I could get rid of these, couldn't I? Yeah, definitely. I don't need those anymore. I usually find the Mongols really easy in that. If I'm being honest. They're very fond of their horse archers. Yeah. That's what I mean. Brilliant, beautiful game. Beautiful game, really is. Oh yeah, I think I've got it. The thing that got me in the strategy games was actually Command and Conquer. 1994. What a year. Why is it asking me to convert that shit? Destroy, what the fuck? So I'm not really worried about that army there because it's pretty decent. This Carthaginian army, I need to get rid of these. Get rid of these. Because they're only they'll fucking you around. I started a Discord account there last week. And because I hadn't been on it in the week, I went back on and said your account's been suspended for spam. And I was like, what the fuck? Spam? I haven't even posted anything. So I'm sort of in a Discord with them at the minute, trying to fucking fix that. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass, because I do want to get my Discord up and running. If I'm being totally honest with you. Oh no, cancel that. Shit. Oh, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake.
You have further orders? We hunger for battle. Embarking. Ready for battle.
Yeah, I suppose I could put them in there. Actually, it wouldn't be a bad idea, would it?
Ready for
I don't put them back up there. I don't really go for Carthage at this point, but I'm going to go for them.
ready for battle.
Yeah, invite me in if you want, bud. If you send me an invite, I'll try and get it working again. You've been pretty nice yourself too, dude. Appreciate that. I've just made a complete bollocks right there. I've sent two armies right up to each other to kiss. The idea tonight was to consolidate Italia, and I've done that. Yep, definitely. Teachers usually do. I actually find it funny when I'm teaching my boys. You have to be all strict and seriousness and shit, and then when you go out and the teachers do, we're all nuts, like absolutely all fucking mental. I don't want to have these slums everywhere. Probably better bringing that down here anyway. Aren't they? Yeah, bring that army back up. No, why are they fucking around? Yeah, we do. Must be the same all over the world. I think it is anyway. Fucking mad, like. See the amount, I'll say it, the amount of shagging that they do.
Gold makes an excellent gift. Don't you agree?
I've been with my girlfriend for a long time. Oh yeah, there's the link there, Buzz, thanks. Let me see. See, I was asking me to log in. I did this the other day, so I did. Your account has been disabled. So look, I've sent an email to them to try and get that fixed. Absolute pain in the ass. I don't know if this is a good idea, tagging Carthage so early here. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, we do. Yeah, we talk a lot of shit. They keep offering me a peace treaty. Do you notice this? The treasures of Carthage are huge. Fuck off. A conquered people should know when to give up. Marcus Aurelius. come up and said that comment's bullying. And I've released it. What the fuck? It's because you wrote please spare me. Okay. I need to build the cheap stuff here. Libya, what are they gonna fucking do? Oh, I don't want to be getting in here too hard, like I really don't. But I'm definitely going round to take Carthage. It's going to, well, oh shit. Oh, it's a Syracuse Navy. That's okay.
We cannot sail there.
Go for it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? Syracuse has been beat by fucking Carthage and Lillibam. Oh, fucking hell. They just take over Carthage. They just take over Carthage. It's like the biggest fuck you. Well, here, that allows me to take over that now. That means I can get Magna Graecia. Let them have Carthage. 1 second, I'll just fucking take that over then. Always something positive comes from this. I know. See, Carthage took Lillibam off them. Or Lillibam, and because I only noticed it because they had the red skull when they're in their wee fucking stupid navy boats there, but I have a military alliance with Syracuse, so because Carthage took that off them, Syracuse came down with their whole army and took over Carthage, which is fine, that's okay, I don't mind, but Lillibam means mine, which means I'm going to now get another province, which is fucking great. He just went straight into Carthage and went, fuck you. I find this game quite weird as well. I try to play it in the line with the Roman conquest as much as I can, because the first emperor of Rome was Julius. Well, it wasn't. Julius Caesar actually wasn't a emperor. He was the dictator. It was actually his nephew, Augustus, who became the emperor. After beating Mark Antony. Because after Caesar was killed on the Ides of March, Mark Antony tried to take power, but Augustus, he was only a kid by the way, he was only like 17, had a lot of fucking power in Rome. The thing is that there was a lot of generals who were very loyal to the Julii, very loyal, and they would have died for them because they looked after their families. But anyway, I can take Lillibam, and then that means I get another province. Carthage is so fucked here. They were actually taken out of the game very quick. Libya better start making allies with people or they're going to get fucked too. Let's see if we can do.
Greetings. We are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish and we will give you an honest answer.
I love making a military alliance with Sparta. if I can get it. It's hard now, I must admit.
Be welcome, but may Athena strike us all dumb if...
I find that difficult sometimes. I feel like you have to become a really solid power before they would actually give you any chance.
Listen to you. I do not pass the day in words without merit.
See, that interests me.
Thank you for the offer, but we are not wet nurses.
I always try to make friends with everybody in the east, so we're going to attack the west.
Now speak plainly, for we are an honest folk and value honesty in others.
You see, that's fucking bollocks, man. I hate that.
And be anything but a mouth friend. That sits ill with. We will gladly listen to your offers, but do not wrap.
See these tribes here. These tribes have just rejected it all.
Stood alone against the world. For now.
Well met, friend.
Well met, friend. Well met, friend. Who the fuck says that? See Massilia as well. They're awful hard to get the hold of as well.
But may Athena strike us all.
You see these Northern.
Not agree. A trireme must have
These Northern people. Oh fuck, Nova Carthago. So the Carthaginian civil war has started. Oh good, oh, that's good. I'm glad you like that. I'm mad for quizzing as well. People always put me in their quiz teams when I go to the pub or anything like that. You're in our team, you're in our team. Heads full of stupid shit. I'm a stupid John Denver fan, like fucking hardcore. Everything about John Denver, I fucking love it. Always put me in this stupid questions. Movies as well. Boxing, anything to do with boxing. Oh, I don't know if that was a good idea or not. Actually, we can wait for that because I need to get rid of that slum. I can't actually believe I'm going to own this because this is like the third time I've played this game and I'm actually going to own Magna Gracia. I just find it funny. Like the Syracusans went in and took Carthage.
Ready for orders.
Oh, so good. It sort of stabilised the province when you own it all too. I just want to destroy it. Just fucking destroy them. Alright, this is just about... That's so funny. They're going to become a serious power now, Syracuse, because they own a major city and that'll just give them loads of fucking power. Well, if they got a rebel army outside their door. Yeah, I would do that shit as well. I love watching that. There's a channel we have here called Quest, and that TV show, I think you should have it as well. It's high stuff is made, or how is it made? And I watched an episode the other day on how they make screws, like 1-inch screws. It was on for half an hour. Fucking loved it. Like the machineries and the machinery and all, and how it's all precisely done, because all the screws have to be made to precisely fit specific heads of screwdrivers and all. Oh, and alloys, how alloys are made. That was on it too. How pencils are made. Fucking brilliant. Love it. All that stuff, I love all that. I'm mad for history. I just read your message here. I just always loved it. Always loved it. I'm good with Irish history, so I am. In my part of the world, I'm not being political. I would be an atheist, but my family would be Protestant. So that's living in Northern Ireland. That can be, it has its ups and downs, especially during the conflict here. Remember, we only found peace in 1997. Before that, there was a conflict here. It was was a war in the streets. I grew up watching it for 10 from when I was born in 87, so I grew up in it. They actually, me personally, I come from Belfast. Yeah, you watched How's It Made as well. Good, that's good. Your mum was born in 78. Fuck me. So you must be a young teacher then, are you? You must be only in your 20s, bud. I made peace with Libya because the no Carthage is fucked. I think Rome needs to expand here. It's looking a bit... That's what it is, to be honest. I hate it when these slums appear. Fucking annoys me. So, Sardinia. So, I'm going to show you the map where I live, actually. This is quite funny. I can actually show you, if it lets me show you. Yeah. So, this is Ireland. I live right here. So, this is Belfast right here. And then down here is Dublin. That would be Dublin right there. And in the Northern Ireland, you have the 6 counties, which still belong to the United Kingdom. So it's the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. And the Union flag, so that's the Union Jack. It has 3... the reason why it is the way it is... Yeah, Peaky Blinders would have came to that. Yep. But Cillian Murphy's actually from a place called Cork. Cork's down the bottom of Ireland. It's down here. It's down here. Belfast is up here. Belfast is in a... See, Ireland's split into 2 countries. So you have Northern Ireland, which is a country, and then you have the Republic of Ireland, or the Irish Free State, as they would call it. So the 6 counties are part of Great Britain. So we use pound sterling and pound coins. We don't use euros. The country of Northern Ireland was formed in 1921. So it celebrated its centenary. The 6 counties were given to the north because it was predominantly more Protestant people living in the north than there was in the south. Yeah, that's a pretty much brief history of the Northern Ireland. But in regards to the flag of the United Kingdom, so there's 4 countries in the United Kingdom. There's England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. And the Union Jack, the red, white, and blue, is actually 3 flags laid on top of each other. So it's the Scottish flag. So if you get the Scottish flag, get the English flag, and you lay them on top of each other. But there's another flag in there, and it's a red axe, and that's called the Irish Saltire. The Irish Saltire used to be the flag of Ireland before it became parted, and now you have the tricolour. And now Northern Ireland's flag is called the Ulster Banner. The Ulster Banner is an English flag with a crown with 6 points to represent the 6 counties, and the red hand of Ulster right in the centre of it. If you Google it, you'll actually see what I mean. So there's a bit of info for you. So 4 armies, 3 armies, don't they? 4 armies protecting the... So with an army up in the north, with an army at the south of Italy, with an army in Sicily, and with an army in Corellis. So we have... how many provinces? So, Constantia. Oh, right, cool. I'm 10 years old. Well, 12 years older than you. But a lot of people don't know that about the Union flag. The Union flag is actually 3 flags on top of each other. The Irish Saltire, which is white background, red X. The Scottish flag, blue background, white X. And then the St. George's flag, which is the red cross. The Welsh flag is actually green and white with the dragon. That isn't in the Union Jack. That actually isn't in a Union Jack. I don't know why the Welsh flag's never been in it. Maybe it's because they're small. I don't know. As I say, my great-great-great-grandfather, he came over to Ireland during the plantations from Newcastle, which is just about there. So he came over during the plantations, and the whole reason for the plantations was that the English found it very hard to control Ireland and subdue it. So what they decided to do was they offered people who lived in England and Scotland a chance to move to Ireland, and they give them land to grow, to move there, start businesses, and like breed. And that was called the Ulster Plantation. And they settled around here in a place called Derry, which most nationalists would call that. And then you have Londonderry, which most unionists and loyalists would call that. So it's still here. The bigotism's still here. Not with me now. I've got Catholic friends, so it doesn't bother me where you're from as long as you have a good heart. That's the main thing. I think I've actually done alright there, haven't I? Let me see. Yeah. So I took the Italian peninsula. That was the whole idea of the night. I like to try and take North Africa, but Syracuse just jumped in there. It's so funny. Yeah, the flag thing's really cool. You live in the Bible Belt? So are you Mormon, or are you Christian Protestant, or the Bible Belt? I love it. Oh dear. I think I've got a bit of a clue. Methodist, yeah. My father would be Methodist as well, and my mother would be Presbyterian. Methodist. Christian, yeah. See, my sister-in-law, she's from England. When she came over to Northern Ireland, it was a bit of a wake-up call for her, because she didn't realise we took religion so seriously here, because she's Catholic and Protestant. She had to ask her dad when she was in her 20s, am I Catholic or Protestant? And her dad said, no, you're Protestant. Church of England. When the king is sworn in, so when Prince Charles was sworn in, his solemn vow is to protect the Protestant faith. He actually says it. I, King Charles, will be the protector and the proclaimer of the Protestant faith. I don't take religion seriously at all, but Northern Ireland is extremely religious. Protestant and Catholics do not like each other. They just don't like each other. They just do not like each other. Most of my friends who come from a Catholic background are atheist. And I'm atheist, so we don't denominate. just never really believed in God, if I'm being honest. Just don't believe in it at all. But I'm not going to ram that down anybody's throat. It's pretty bad. There was a war here started in the English have been in this part of Ireland from fucking 1543, 44. Fuck. I could take it right back to so I'll take it right back to King William III, or King William of Orange, who came from Holland. King James I was persecuting Protestants in Ireland. He was actually burning children alive and babies and hanging them off bridges. I actually live near a place called the Slaughterford Road, and the reason why it's called Slaughterford, a ford is a river. He executed over 2,000 children, hung them off the bridge, just because they were Protestant, and that was about 500 years ago. So William of Orange, who was from Holland, by the way, and this is actually another thing that's pretty weird. Obviously, the leader of the Catholic Church is the Pope, God's spokesperson on earth. He told William of Orange to go to Ireland to kill King James, because the way the Pope seen it was they were Christian as well. So Christian, Protestant, Christian, Catholic, Christian, Methodist, Christian, Presbyterian, we all follow the same God. The Pope actually commissioned King William to go after King James, and in 1690 there was a thing called the Battle of the Boyne, and it happened on the Boyne River just north of Dublin, where King William killed him. And King William at that time was actually the King of England, but he was a Dutch king, and the Pope actually commissioned him. So the leader of the Catholic Church commissioned a Protestant king to go and kill a Catholic king because he was slaughtering Christians, Protestant. He was slaughtering Protestants. So there's a song that's like, remember 1690, King Billy was on the wall. Because what he did when he got to the Boyne, he stood on the wall and shouted, I'm the king of England. You'll do as I say. Something like that. But he nearly died, actually. King William nearly died in that battle. He took an asthma attack in the river. And there was a lot of word going around the men that he had died. But he didn't. He jumped on his horse, taking a severe asthma attack, and rode through the ranks of his men, shouting, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. So, a cannonball just missed his head as well. Cannonball literally missed his head. Just a crazy, crazy fight. So that battle raged on for about 7 hours. King James was beat. He retreated. And then that's where the Irish saltire comes from. The Irish saltire comes from St. Patrick. St. Patrick wore a green cape with gold emeralds on it. But on his hat, he had a white diamond with a red axe in it, which is the Irish saltire. The Irish saltire is in the Union Jack. So when you actually see St. Patrick's Day and tricolours and stuff, I always say to myself, why are they flying tricolours? It's the Irish saltire was the flag of St. Patrick, because he's seen as the patron saint of Ireland. And I see him as that as well. You know, I see him as the patron saint of Ireland as well. But the story of St. Patrick driving the snakes from Ireland, the snakes, it wasn't actual fucking snakes. It was actually paganism, people who had paganistic beliefs. So people who still honoured the god Thor and things like that. So when they say he drove the snakes from Ireland, he was commissioned by the Catholic Church to go into Ireland to push out paganism and spread Catholicism. And then you have the patron saint of Wales, who's St. David. And then the patron saint of England, which is St. George, the St. George's Cross. And then the patron saint of Scotland, which is St. Andrew. So they're the 4 saints for the 4 countries that consist of the UK. I'm sorry, my head's just full of so much information. That's what it is. Yeah, so in Northern Ireland, there was obviously the Easter Rising, which took place during World War One. That was Michael Collins. He was involved in that. There was a prolific IRA volunteer who fought the British at the GPO, the General Post Office, made a last stand. And because of that last stand, Ireland, a part of Ireland got its freedom. So they're known as the 32 counties. And then you have the 6 counties with the 6 counties which still belong to the UK, which is Armagh, Antrim, Fermanagh, London, Derry, Down. So those are the counties that belong to the UK still. Northern Ireland isn't really considered a country, it's considered a province. But a lot of people would argue that. So they would. The British tried to pass a Home Rule Bill, which meant Dublin would dictate what goes on in Ireland. So there was an organisation formed called the Ulster Volunteer Force under Sir Edward Carson. 100,000 Unionists, people who were Protestant, signed up to it. And that there's a thing called the 1920 gun run, where guns were being smuggled in, not too far from where I live now, to arm British Protestants who were living in Northern Ireland. Then World War One broke out, and because it was 100,000 men, they became known as the 36th Ulster Division, and they fought in World War One. And then you had the 1st Irish Division, because remember at this time Ireland was still under English control. It wasn't until 1921 where the split happened. So that's a little bit of a brief history. And then 1969, that's when the troubles started here again. So there was the burning out of Catholic homes, and then the burning out of Protestant homes, and then instead of Protestants and Catholics living beside each other, now there's certain parts of Belfast where it's just all Protestant that live there, and then certain parts of Belfast where it's all Catholic that live there. And then there's walls separating the two communities. It's still there to this. They're still there to this day. They're actually a tourist attraction. I drove past it today, and there's fucking tourist busts at these peace walls. But the people who live in either side of communities, even though there's been peace here for 20 years, they still say don't bring those walls down, because once those walls comes down, it'll all start again. And then the Good Friday Agreement was signed in 1987. That was the Decommissioning Act, which enabled power sharing in Northern Ireland. So now we have power sharing between the Catholic Party and the Protestant Party, and they both share power. And the rest is really history. That's it. Right, I think I've done everything I needed to do here. And then turn here.
Gold makes an excellent gift. Don't you agree?
Who is that? Fuck me, they're still run about Carthage. No. Fuck me, I always forget to fix this. Yeah, they do. I've seen it there on the side, on the left-hand side. I'm not a scholar in Irish history, by the way. It's just I did a lot of stuff when I was a youth, doing cross-community stuff with Catholics and Protestants. It wasn't until I got older and I went, there's no such thing as God. So there's no such thing as religion. I don't live in hope anymore, I just live in kindness. Every fucking time. I keep forgetting about this. No, I'm not taking that down. I need to fix this first. Oh shit. I always try to appease the people on this. I think that's the best thing to do. I know. I already know what these are, by the way. I always click through them quickly, but I should probably be explaining what they are. So we're 4 armies at each corner of our small empire. I am, yes. Well, I've made peace with some of the Greek states. Oh, fuck me, I need to pay for that expansion, but then I need to build this, don't I? I don't want that becoming a slum again. I always love it when somewhere expands. My last game I played, this Rome was like fucking cutting into the trees and everything. It was way down here, way up there. I prefer this over Rome Total War 1 because you need one army to control a province, and as long as the city gets big, it has a... Yeah, Carthage is over there. As long as the city gets big, they have a garrison. Going to try and make some alliances here.
Be welcome here and speak as you wish without fear of
That's fucking difficult. Excuse me.
Before you say anything, know that I have an...
See, I was trying to make a peace treaty with Carthage and Nova.
You want peace? Peace? Now? Gods give me strength.
God, he said it so fucked up saying that, didn't he? Yeah, I know. I just fixed that there in Italia there. There was the slum that was there. I started building on it. Turn here. I must go and follow you, by the way. Right, that's all I wanted to do tonight, was just take over the peninsula and get those done. That's pissing me off, that, you know. Anyway, so I'll finish this cigarette and that's me for the night. So it is. So if anybody's watching back, I hope you've enjoyed the conversation between myself and Big Tack Games. Make sure you go and follow that guy's channel. He plays a lot of games like me, so make sure you follow those as well. I'm going to be signing off in the next 5 minutes. I'm just going to finish my conversation with Big Tack here. So that's me over here now. That's cool. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure playing this with you tonight. I really appreciate it, and a big thank you to Big Tack Games for staying with me. Really appreciate that too. Nice guy. Make sure you go and follow his channel as well. I'll make sure I put a wee message out on TikTok for you as well, bud. Make sure we get some people following your channel too. And we're going to actually stream together. Once I become member here, we're going to play a dual campaign of this as well. I don't know if Big Tack plays Battlefield, but I will be on Battlefield on Thursday night. Don't forget, guys, it's Battlefield Thursday, and a lot of you come back and rewatch these videos, so make sure you're tuning in on Thursday as well. I'll put I'm coming off streaming now. I only stream for like 3 hours 3 times a week. Oh, I'm not a big fan of Battlefield 5. It's Battlefield 4 for me, bud. It's definitely Battlefield 4. Yeah, cool. I'll be playing on Thursday. If you want to come in and play, put your mic on. I play with a friend called Ryan. He's an North streamer. Ryan's actually a pretty big streamer. He's got like 6,000 followers. So he is, 6,000 followers is pretty good. No, I love Operation Metro. More than welcome to come and play along with us. My Xbox profile name is Gunslinger NI. So capital G, Gunslinger, and then capital NI. If you want to add me on there, you can. Oh yeah, cool. That sounds good. Cool. Well, Big Tack Games is going to start streaming now. So if you do watch back and you are watching back now, if there's anybody who's come into the channel and haven't noticed you, jump over to his channel now. He's about to start streaming Stronghold, and I'm now going to go and watch that. So I am, guys. So Big Tack, pleasure talking to you. I hope to see you back in the stream again when I'm playing more Rome Total War. Eventually we will get around to playing a dual campaign where we're playing together. Hopefully we don't attack each other, because I know it generally happens. But in the meantime, guys, yep, that's it. Gunslinger NI. Yep, that's exactly how you spell it. If you add me in there in the Xbox, we can play on Thursday night, and you can come in and play with the other guy. Ran and I stream together, so we'll be playing that together. And if you want to stream Battlefield 4 yourself, all three of us can stream Battlefield 4 for our own Twitch channels. Or we can all get as many viewers in as we can and just raid one another's channel, so we can get some more viewers and some more followers. But in the meantime, guys, it's been a pleasure. It is 2:15 in the morning here in the UK. I'm going to be signing off. It was a pleasure, guys. Again, if you're watching back, don't forget to subscribe to all the little socials down below there. You have Twitch, you have YouTube. All the videos on there are all edited and cut down to an hour in length, just to give you a better grasp of it, so you're not having to sit and listen to me for 3 hours talking shite. And then of course TikTok there. Started my TikTok last Thursday. We're hitting 1k. We're hitting 1k followers, so lots of good stuff there. Trying to get those guys over here to follow me would be great. We did gain a new follower tonight, Big Tack Games. Thank you very much, really appreciate it. Guys, peace out. Don't forget, determination, obliteration, and rage. It's all about the games, and it's all about the fun. And good luck, and have a lovely day tomorrow. And if there's no sunshine where you are, try and make some for yourself. Guys, peace out. Love yous. Ciao.